Okay, now moving on to our fireside chat with Kun Chancharas Chantarakan, the country head Thailand for InsurTech Igloo. Kun Oil, how did I do with your name, pronouncing your name correctly?
You pronounce perfectly. My name is Chantarakan, but okay, everyone in the industry call me as Oil, my nickname.
Yes,
so
let's do that. It makes my job so much easier. Oil, can you tell us a little bit about Igloo? As I mentioned, you are the country head for Igloo in Thailand, but Igloo actually started in Singapore. So maybe you can give us a little bit of an introduction about the company. That would be great.
Sure, you are right. Igloo actually called Axinan in the past, right? We actually full stack InsurTech from Singapore, start in 2016. I would say we are the first and only field InsurTech 2.0. Yeah, so having said that, we focus on the entire insurance value chain for the customer acquisition, risk assessment, dynamic pricing, and the claim management. Let me share with you on some number. We already protect more than 15 million users across the region, or having said that, currently we actually have the policy about 5 million policy per month.
Wow, that's very impressive. No, I know your founder a little bit, Wei Ju. So for Asia InsurTech podcast, we recorded with him before, and also had a panel discussion with him during Singapore FinTech last week. So very happy to welcome you to our ITC and DR World Tour today. Can you share a little bit about what you are doing in Thailand now, and maybe also why the Thailand market is so attractive for a Singaporean InsurTech?
Oh, of course, sure. I think two reasons why Thailand or Thai market is very popular and attractive for our InsurTech, right? I think it's two reasons. The first reason is the low insurance penetration. So it's a huge opportunity or the huge insurance gap. The second is the government support the foreign investment. Yeah. So maybe let's start with the first point that I want to mention on the low insurance penetration, right? Yes. So regarding to the research in 2018, the insurance penetration in Thailand is just only 1.7%. And if you look at like digital economy in the other side, right? So mobile phone user penetration or internet user penetration is about 72% right now, and it's gonna be 87% within next 5 years. Yeah, so that almost like most or like majority of population in Thailand, right? So the market is attractive by itself, and in the case that we can close the gap about 1.5 billion US dollar for the insurance gap, that would be awesome, doing like digitized insurance or make the seamless end-to-end journey for the customer. Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Do you think that like traditional insurers have not really targeted like the digital economy yet, so they are still fairly traditional, and that's why there's a lot of potential for startups to enter the digital economy and insure the digital economy?
I think many Thai insurer or international insurer that present in Thailand, they also try to tap in the digital, but because they are the big guy, right? So it's very difficult for them to make a fast move. So InsurTech has a wide space here.
Okay, I understand. Can you share a little bit what Igloo is exactly doing in Thailand, like some of the businesses that you have in the kingdom?
Okay, maybe let's start with the project on the food delivery that we just launched last month in August. So this commercial partner is Food Panda. I think you know that it's a food delivery
huge
Thailand,
customer
right?
of Food Panda.
Yeah, it's it's a top, like I would say the top one, top two in Thai market, right? So
Yeah.
we are very proud to launching this project because like our mission is to make insurance for all, right? So insurance should be accessible and affordable. And personally, as a Thai, I want to see that all Thai got protection, no matter they are blue collar or white collar, right? And improve the quality of life. So within this project, we create the insurance program called Panda Care, powered by Igloo. We developing the single platform for the rider come to activate the policy, come back to review COI number or policy information, and also initiate the claim with one platform, right? So this is make it easy for the riders. Yeah.
Okay, that's so fascinating because if we're talking about Food Panda and the riders, we are talking about a completely new type of work, right? So this like gig economy, which is like a trend we are seeing all over the world, but it's like very different to the corporate employee, right? And these people, they have difficulties getting access to employee benefits. At the end, it's like a traditional employee benefit, but made accessible to micro entrepreneurs and gig economy workers. So I think that is a great initiative to make it accessible for these population.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, and need to say thank you for our insurance partner. Actually, we have like more than 20 insurance partner in Thailand, but we do like a screening which one is fit with the like customer need. In this case, it means the rider's need, right? So I would like to say thank you for over 3 insurance partner, which is MSIG for motor insurance, Cigna for personal accident, and also Thun Insurance for hospital accident protection.
Okay. Now it's so great to see insurance incumbents working together with insurtechs, right? Because I think if every partner brings in their strengths, you can create such great products like what you are doing at the moment with Food Panda, right? So you have the insurance underwriting expertise from your insurance partners, and I believe what Igloo is bringing in is like the tech capabilities. I know that your founder Wei Zhu, he was like one of the first employees of Facebook in Singapore, and he was also the CTO of Grab. So there's a lot of tech expertise, right, within Igloo, and I think that is what makes partnerships between an insurance incumbent and an insurtech startup so powerful, because everyone brings in their strengths and the area they are good at, right?
Right.
So you mentioned your project with the Food Panda. Any other projects you can share with us that you are working on in Thailand right now?
Sure. We are about to launch very innovative products called phone screen protection with the largest telecommunication company in Thailand. So like phone screen protection is like use over IP technology. So basically, like it doesn't need to be the new phone. It could be their own device or new device, right? And you do like self verification using the mirror. Let me show you like how gonna do it, right? So we have the mobile application that you do the screen self verification, right? In this case, the pricing you're gonna get the best products as well, because the pricing upon the device that you use, right? For example, I use like one device, dynamic pricing can be up to my packet. I choose it whether monthly packet or yearly packet. Yes. And moreover, we try to do like a end-to-end customer journey, right? Having said that, we also partner with authorized service partner or repairment shop nationwide. So right now we already secure more than 130 shops to be a partner with us. So ensure that the customer that buy the products from us will get the high and good like service level and worry-free.
Okay, that's incredible. So you say you can just price or assess the risk when people are taking a picture with the mirror, and then you can detect if there are any cracks in the screen. Is this how it works?
Yes, yeah. So basically, if like your screen already got cracked, you
Yeah.
cannot buy this product. But in the case that you have the finger cover like this and you do the mirror verification, right?
Yeah.
Our machine learning will state that in like pop up that okay, please remove your finger, take it out, right, and redo it again. So this is also good for our insurance partner in terms of like help them detect the fraud and
Yeah.
also reduce operational costs. Yeah.
No, I think because that was a problem before, right? So you were, when you buy a new phone, you go, I don't know, to the Apple store and, you know, you can buy a new iPhone and then they always offer you this like Apple Care product, which is, you know, highly overpriced in my opinion. And you can
Right.
only buy it, you know, if you're purchasing a new phone, but for your existing phone, right? So maybe, you know, you didn't realize that you need coverage and like 6 months later, you would like to buy insurance and then it is really difficult to find coverage for that. So great to hear that you found a way to also cover smartphones that are a bit older. Yeah, wow. Really cool. So many cool activities you are doing in Thailand. Coming from Singapore, well, the Igloo, right?
Yeah.
Was it difficult to enter the Thai insurance market as a foreign startups? Did you receive any support from the regulator, or can you share a little bit about your journey here?
Okay, maybe let's start from the big picture. Normally, the Thai government support the foreign investment, right? So we have the organization called the BOI, which is have the tax benefit and also help international firm in terms of the work permit in the case that you want to have expat coming to work in Thailand, right?
Yes.
And specifically for the insurance industry, OIC or the Office of Insurance Commission, they also organize the entity called the Center of InsurTech Thailand or CIT. So
Yes.
luckily that I have a chance to speak to Mr. Chinnapong Krasin, the head of CIT, right? So based on our discussion, he said he very open for the international InsurTech come to Thailand, right? Yeah, so we discussed about the role, how the CIT could support us or support other InsurTech. So basically, CIT will be the bridge between the government, InsurTech, and insurers in Thailand, right? So they are might like release some strict regulation, help you on do like a list, like do more like paperless on that, right? So you can test and launch your project with your current initiative and business model. So this is very helpful for us.
Yeah, no, I know Kun Shinapong, and we also with the Asia InsurTech podcast we have recorded with the Secretary General, Dr. Sutipon, for our podcast, and yeah, I have to say I was really impressed because Dr. Sutipon, he was like really open to innovation, and he said to us that he thinks AI in insurance is the future, and they want to help insurance incumbents and insurtech startups to innovate the insurance space, right? So they are quite open, and Dr. Kun Shinapong, he's also great. Last year I was speaking at the OIC InsurTech Panorama event, and where they, you know, organized this this great event for local startups, but also a few foreign startups. So I think that is very important, that you have a regulator that understands, you know, the importance to change and to innovate. I think they also have the sandbox, right?
Yes.
You have any experience with the sandbox? Do you know how it works?
Okay, this is actually under our confidential project, but I want you like keep watching us that within Q4 we're gonna change like I would say like revolution of motor insurance in Thailand. So this project we sandbox regulatory. Yeah.
That is exciting news. We definitely have to get you on to the Asia InsurTech podcast once you have launched that, and hear from your experience from the sandbox. I mean, I remember the first startup that was admitted to the sandbox was a Thai InsurTech called Faird. So I remember they were like one of the first ones, which is I think over 2 years ago now. But also great to see that there's so much potential for even foreign insurtechs to get the support from the insurance regulator. What is your experience? I mean, you work in an insurtech for quite a while. Before joining Igloo, you were working with another insurtech. How do you think is the perception from insurance incumbents to partner with insurtechs? Are they open? Have you experienced that insurance companies are open to work with startups in the Kingdom of Thailand, or do you think it's quite foreign to them?
I think
with the tech player.
I think they're very supportive and like quite want to engage with us. Like I said, like InsurTech is more like flexibility in this case, right? But the thing that our InsurTech need to prove to be a partner with the insurance, you need two things. You need to prove that your model can create or add value in terms of like customer acquisition, or another side, you can reduce the operational cost or like reduce the fraud. That will be two criteria that insurance look for, right? Because like normally Thai insurance on their operational side, they carry a lot of people. You need to have some like quantitative or like number to show them, to prove them that you can help them bring down this cost.
Yeah. No, agree. And how do you have any experience with like the culture? Because something that I always hear, it's quite difficult for like a corporate environment to work with like a very agile startup. Do you have any experience with that?
I think it zero depends. So if you work with the international insurance, the thing will be like faster than that, right? But I think limitation for the local Thai insurer, that what I found, it mostly is the language barrier. Sometimes, for example, that you all speak English, like my team have their tech team in Singapore and in China, right? But come to Thailand, some like Thai local, that team, their working team cannot speak English, so there is a barrier in this one. Yeah, but for the management case, I think all the thing is fine because everyone is open to tap in digital.
Yeah. No, I have spoken with quite a few Thai insurance companies, or like local Thai insurance companies, and a lot of them, they are quite open. But as you said, like language can sometimes be a barrier, and just the unknown. So that's also why I think it's great what the OIC is doing in order to bring the two worlds together, right? So to give insurance incumbents the chance to meet with startups and engage. And yeah, you're absolutely right. The multinational insurers, it's often easier. First of all, you don't have the language barrier, but the other thing is a lot of them, they do have some experience in other markets with insurtechs, or they maybe have like an innovation lab or an innovation center. So there they can draw from a little bit of experience and then transfer it to another market. It was super interesting. What do you think will the Thai market be heading in? So like what kind of trends are you seeing coming for the Thai insurance market?
Yeah, of course, like if we look at the contribution in Thai market, the channel distribution still in the broker or very traditional side, but digital even right now it's less than 5% of contribution, but I believe that it's gonna grow exponential growth in the future. Yes, in terms of the product, I think lifestyle insurance will be more engaged with their behavior like millennial like us.
Yeah. Agree. Thailand is is an interesting one. Like if you look at the e-commerce space, right? It came a bit later compared to markets like in the West, right? But now companies like Lazada are so crucial, and I think especially now with like the current pandemic, even more people have actually tried ordering online and are more familiar with like digital services. So I also believe that we will see an uptake on like digital channels, not only in insurance, but in general over the entire landscape. Yeah, exciting times, and that's also definitely the time for insurtechs. We had some conversations around if insurtech is dead now that we have, Corona, and everybody is like a bit more careful, and we don't see that many investments. But actually, we still do see a lot of investments, and you guys are also proof that, insurtech is more crucial than ever in order to bring insurance, past the traditional channels. So to get it to like the digital economy, what you mentioned, your partnership with Food Panda, but also your advancement on securing and insuring smartphones, right? So I think that is super important, and will definitely accelerate further. Kun, you have anything else you would like to share with us?
Okay. As a Thai people, I think like Thai market is very welcome for insurtech from international market, international country trapped in Thailand, right? Because like at the end, it's gonna benefit for Thai as a whole, right? And also like even I talk to the CIT, it's not only limited in only domestic Thailand, but we together want to go like more like a regional market, approaching like CLMV market as well.
Okay, I think that's a wonderful note to end our fireside chat, and that will also be the end of part one of our event today. And yeah, thank you so much, Kun Oil from Igloo, for joining me today and sharing your experience. That was amazing.
Thank you so much. And yeah, please kindly support us and look at like our upcoming projects soon. Thank you.
We will do. We'll definitely keep an eye on Igloo in Thailand.